这个礼拜的时候的这种方式或是这种情况，他们都觉得很害怕。
They were scared of the punishment if they pray without submission.
他们很担心说，关于自己礼拜的时候没有专心、没有全神贯注的话，这个会受到什么惩罚？
Then one person looked at Omar. He said, "This is the situation of those who pray, but without submission. Then how about the situation of those who don't pray?"
有人就问大小乌妈说：“你现在在讲的是那些已经有在礼拜的人，只是礼拜的时候没有非常的专心而已。那么至于那些根本就没有在礼拜的人，又会有什么样的情况？”
Then Omar ibn al-Khattab said, "I am talking about Muslims."
那个大小乌妈就说：“我现在讲的是穆斯林。”
So this means that those who don't pray are not Muslims.
也是言外之意就是没有礼拜的他就不是穆斯林。
And remember, we said on the line, on the Sirat, the first thing we will be asked about is praying.
我们之前讲到，在地狱上的这一条绳索的时候，在走这条绳索，第一个会遇到的一个考验就是这个礼拜的这个钩子。
The Prophet Muhammad said in one hadith, the first thing Muslims will be asked about is praying.
那么，新正话或者说我们穆斯林会被审问的第一件事情就是礼拜。
If the praying was successful, other things will be easy.
如果礼拜这个人他的礼拜是非常的正确成功的话，那么他其他方面都是可以说是都通过的。
And if it was not successful, all other things will be so hard.
如果他礼拜这一点没有做得很完整的话，那么其他的部分的话也会很难过。
What is the meaning of successful?
什么是成功？
It doesn't mean that he was praying 5 times a day.
成功的意思并不是说每天礼拜5次就是成功。
It means that he was praying 5 times a day with submission.
重点是说他一天礼拜5次，然后呢都是非常的全心投入、全神贯注，而且有。
And it means that this praying is leading him to be a real Muslim.
而且他的这个礼拜能够引导他做一个真正的穆斯林。
Then how about those who don't pray?
至于那些没有在礼拜的人呢？
Abdullah ibn Abi Salul, the leader of hypocrites during the period of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
先知穆罕默德那个时期的伪信者的一个领导人。
he used to pray 5 times a day in the masjid, in the first line, behind the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
这个最大的伪信者呢，他都是在清真寺里面的第一排，在先知穆罕默德的后面礼拜，每天礼拜5次。
But he would be in the lowest level of the hell.
但是最后他会被下到地狱的最底层。
Because he is the leader of the hypocrites.
因为他是那些伪信者的领导。
So there are things we cannot change.
所以有些事情是我们不能改变的。
And we cannot find excuses for it.
我们也不能为这些事情找借口。
Umar ibn al-Khattab said, during the period of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we would get the answers with the revealing and inspiration from Allah upon the Prophet to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
大前欧玛说，在先知穆罕默德在世的时候，我们有任何的疑问，都能够直接从阿拉那里，就是透过这个天使，然后将是给先知穆罕默德为我们解惑。
But now, this is what Umar ibn Khattab was saying, but now we only judge the people according to their look and their behavior. We don't know their heart.
但是现在先知穆罕默德过世，我们要看人的时候，只看他的外表，看他的行为，我们不知道他的心里在想什么。
So here I want to say something, and as I told you, I am not strict. I'm just saying things according to Quran and Hadith.
我现在有一些事情要讲，那当然不是说我很严厉，我只是根据古兰经跟圣训来讲。
The one who doesn't pray is not from me. Means the one who doesn't pray, I shouldn't treat him as a truly Muslim.
就是一个人，他如果不礼拜的话，一个穆斯林如果不礼拜的话，他就不是我们这一
as a trusty Muslim,
我们就
as a trusty person actually.
不能把它当做是一个值得信赖的一个人，或是信赖的穆斯林。
Because the one who is cheating Allah could cheat anybody else.
因为一个会去蒙骗阿拉的人，会想要去欺骗阿拉的人，他当然也会去欺骗所有的人，任何人。
The one who says, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah, I witness that no God but Allah, and I witness that Muhammad is his messenger, but doesn't follow the rules of Allah and the sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad, then he is cheating his word.
一个人他念的作证词就是万物非主唯有阿拉，然后作证是万物的是他的使者。那么有念作证词，但是也不去礼拜，也没有去遵守古兰经圣训，没有去遵守伊斯兰的一些规定的话，那表示他是本身是在欺骗。他说这些话的时候就在说谎。
So, hope that this is clear. The Muslim who doesn't pray, I shouldn't trust him.
那么我希望我们讲很清楚，一个穆斯林他不礼拜的话，我们不应该去相信这样的人，
And I shouldn't depend on him.
不能去仰赖他。
And I shouldn't assign him to do anything for Muslims.
我们不能去交付任何的一个责任在这样的人的身上。
Zakah is the fourth pillar.
天课是伊斯兰的第四大公修。
And zakah has two parts.
天课有两部分，
One zakah for the body,
一个部分是为我们的身体，
and one zakah for the owning, the belongings.
另外一个部分是对我们的财产。
The zakah of the body, and both of these zakah is once a year.
我们不管这两种天课都是一年缴一次。
The first one called zakat al-fitr.
第一种天课叫做zakat。
Al-fitr, and we must pay it before the first day of Eid after Ramadan.
第一种天课必须要在斋戒月之后，第一个这个开斋节之前，
And
把这个天课缴出来。
And this zakah actually is equal to 2.5 kilo of rice, like maybe $180, something like this.
这个金额大概是2.5公斤的白米，大概100块钱台币。
A year.
一年只要缴一次就好了，
Big money, huh?
是很大的钱。
Now, another zakah
另外一个天课
is the zakah that we have to pay it for our belongings.
另外一个天课是对我们的财产的一个部分，
But our belongings that they are extra.
就是说是我们财产额外多出来的部分。
For example,
比方说，
I have a house, I live in this house.
我有一个房子，然后我住在这个房子里面，
This house, no need to pay zakah for it.
这个房子的财产不需要去为它缴天课。
I have two houses. One, I live there. Another one is rent or empty.
我有两个房子，一个是我住的，一个可能出租或者是空房。
The one that is belong to me, the one that I live in, no need to pay the zakah.
我住的这个房子不用缴天课。
The second one, I have to pay the zakah
第二个房子的财产，我必须要缴天课。
each 1 year. Each 1 year, I have to pay the zakah.
每年都要缴一次，
And this zakah is 2.5%.
是2.5%。
For example, if this house is $1 million,
比方说这个房子的价值是100万，
and it is extra, and I'm not using this house,
那这个是多的房子，我并没有住在里面。
then every year I should pay 2.5% of this 1 million.
那我每年都要缴这100万的2.5%的钱出来做天课。
It is the same for all other things, like if I have 2 cars,
比方说我有2部车子，
or if I have money in the bank.
或者是我在银行有钱，
For example, I have $1 million in the bank,
比方说我有100万元在银行。
and this money is extra. It is not a money that I am using it for eating.
那么这100万是多的，我并不是靠这100万来生活。
Then when this money is frozen for the whole year, the end of the year I should pay 2.5%.
如果这一笔钱一整年都是在冻结在那里，完全没有被动过的话，那么1年之后我就要付这笔钱的2.5%作为天课。
Of course, you still can keep it for 11 months.
那你可以把它11个月都没有用。
And then, before the end of the year, you withdraw this money, buy something, sell something, return it back, and no need to pay the zakah.
那你可以在1年快结束之前，把一些钱领出来，拿去做生意还是买东西，然后之后再把它换回去，那你就不缴天课了。
But you are cheating who?
那你这样在蒙骗谁？
Allah.
你在蒙骗阿拉。
So, the one who will ask you why you did this is who?
那么是谁会来问你为什么要去玩这样的一个花耍这样的花样
Allah.
阿拉会来问你，
And when and where?
在什么时候，在什么地方，
On Judgment Day.
在审判日的时候，
That day, no need for documents.
这一天不需要任何的文件证明。
And that day, you cannot say that, look, I bought and sold and I was doing business.
你不能在那一天跟阿拉说，阿拉，你看我这个钱我拿去买东西啊，我去做生意。
So it's up to you then.
所以这是在乎我们自己。
See how small money is it?
我们看这是多少的钱？
2.5%.
只有2.5%。
97.5% is yours.
那么有7.5%都是你自己的。
You only pay 2.5%.
你要付2.5%就好了。
The Prophet Muhammad SAW says,
是穆罕默德说，
whenever there is one poor person, this is because of one full person.
无论什么时候我们看到了一个穷人的话，都是因为有一个吃得很饱很撑的有钱人。
If all Muslims, they pay the zakah in this way, 2.5% without cheating, you wouldn't find poor person in all over the world.
如果世界上每一个穆斯林都是非常诚实的去缴交2.5%的天课，没有去玩什么花样、耍什么手段的话，那么全世界的话，绝对你看不到任何的穷人。
And this is not something from me. Go back to the history, you will find it.
这个并不是我自己编造的，我可以去看历史。
I told you during the period of Umar bin Abdul Aziz, one of the leaders, they were announcing, please, anyone who needs money, come and take money.
我们之前有讲过，在伊斯兰帝国的时候，有一个领导人叫欧玛，那他一直跟他们宣布说，有谁需要钱的，我们这边有天课，你可以来领。
Nobody comes.
没有人要去领这个钱。
Why?
为什么呢？
Only because of zakah.
因为天课。
Only because all the Muslims, they used to pay zakah.
因为当时的每个穆斯林都有确实的在缴交天课。
This is the system of Allah.
这是阿拉的制度。
And Allah doesn't have mistakes.
阿拉不会犯错。
We only have to follow the system of Allah to be safe.
我们只要能够遵守阿拉的一个制度的话，就能够安全过关。
And to be safe in both.
我们是在2个部分都能够得到安全。
The one who will go to paradise, for sure, 100%, he must be a happy person in this life.
一个会上天堂的人，100%确定他这辈子一定是过得很快乐。
Because the one who will go to paradise is someone who is following the system of Allah.
因为一个绝对会上天堂的人，绝对是完全遵守服从阿拉的一个规定。
And the system of Allah is not for making troubles to us.
阿拉的制度并不是要给我们找麻烦。
The system of Allah is for making us happy.
阿拉的制度是要让我们得到快乐。
So all what we have to do is to follow the system of Allah.
所以我们要做的就是遵守阿拉的制度。
Something we can follow it and know it.
有些东西呢，我们遵守它，我们自己也了解它。
Other rules, if we